everyone. I'm Maddie from Temple of Geek here at Anime Las Vegas. And today I am talking to some of the English voice actors from Bungo Stray Dogs. Can you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the character that you voice?
Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I'll let you hold it. Yeah, my name is David Vincent, and I voice Oda. And then I also voice a new character, and I'm going to butcher his name because I just started recording him, but
Fukuchi.
Fukuchi, yes. I continue to butcher it, but Fukuchi. So Oda and Fukuchi.
And I am Brian Beacock. I play Akutagawa, who is desperately seeking the attention of this person here. Has a chronic cough and a passion for figs.
Hello, hello. I am Tang. I voice Osamu Dazai, the brightest, cheeriest character in the show, probably, right? Yeah. Totally filled with sunshine, glass half full kind of guy, you know. No issues at all. Yeah, just a wholesome, silly guy.
He's just a silly little jokester. Imagine having a beef with a silly little guy. So now we got the announcement of season 5 so soon after the end of season 4. What was your reaction to the news, and what are you hoping to see?
A lot more of my character in every scene. No, honestly, like I've just been thrilled to have been a part of the franchise. Anytime a new season comes out, I always get excited because I get excited to see what's going to happen next. Where's the storyline going to go? So for me, it is just an exciting update. So very enthusiastic to continue working on it.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was excited because Akutagawa was not in season 4, so finally we would see him. And I am excited, and no spoilers, sad and interested to see what happens in season 5, chapter 88.
Yeah, season 4 was wild. I'm glad we don't have to wait 2 years for a new season. That was really nice. I tried to keep myself spoiler free for season 4, and that turned out to be a mistake because I've been in jail. Right? So literally every time we recorded a session for season 4, I had to ask the director, "What's happening? What's happening in the show? Literally what is going on," you know? So that's been my season 4 experience, just sitting in a jail cell. So I'm really excited to see what season 5 has in store, just so I can see what is happening.
Yes, season 5 is going to be very interesting, that's for sure. Now, are there any lines that your character has said throughout the series that have kind of stuck with you, or anything any of the other characters have said as the seasons have gone along?
I would go with them first. Let me think.
So the only thing I think consistently that Akutagawa says, and forgive me for doing this on the microphone, is so that's his consistent through line, and it holds a lot of weight, I think.
There's a lot of weird stuff Dazai says that I really enjoy. Most of the stuff from Bungo Stray Dogs 1 is like my favorite stuff ever. Yeah. But recently, at the end of season 5, he said something actually poignant for once. Him and Fyodor are talking about God, right? And I thought it was very interesting that Fyodor has this very, kind of religious, kind of like, there's a plan, right? God is good. And finally, that's the thing that caused Dazai to laugh at him, like straight up. Right, what do you mean? You don't know anything, right? It's like that. It was that moment where it's like, oh, you literally don't know what you're talking about. And it's very interesting to see a character so convinced of God's not goodness as opposed to Fyodor. It was a very interesting character moment,
And your emotion and acting in that scene was it was so good. Do you have your answer?
Don't yet. I'm sorry. Let's go on to the next one, and if I come up with one, I promise I'll chime in with it.
I know personally, I think with Odasaku is when he tells Dazai to be on the side that helps people, right? Yeah. So he's not telling him to be good or bad. Yeah. He's telling him to be on the side that helps people. Yeah. Yes. So you can use that as your answer, or you can think of a new one.
I think that's a brilliant answer, and yes, I do remember recording that, and it is. I think it's a very. That's why I like these shows. That's why I love the arcs that these characters go through, and honestly, just I think what comes out, those types of things. Doesn't matter. Good. Just do what's right. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, in the universe of Bungo Stray Dogs, if you could have any ability, which one would you choose and why?
I'm going to hear Kaiji and Brian's answers before I go with mine.
How about Rompos? He doesn't have one, does he?
Does that count? Like I was gonna say, like I would love to be a genius
I-
detective. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think maybe Akutagawa would choose Rampos and then find out that he doesn't have one and just be very, very upset. Yeah.
that tracks.
It's so hard to beat Akutagawa's though, right? It's so cool. It's so cool. Like who's gonna say no to like black lightning tentacles? You know what I mean? I feel like Dazai's would be completely useless out of context. It's like, what's your power? I can make people normal. It's terrible. Maybe if it wasn't Akutagawa's, maybe oh my God, Lucian's character. He's super strong when he's hungry. Where was it? Yeah. Like, is that it? Right? He's hungry and then he gets super strong. Or not? Yeah. Like, I want to snack all the time. I want to be like just passive Superman. You know?
Absolutely.
Like that passive Superman. I got nothing, Maddie. You gotta leave me. I haven't seen that.
No, that's okay. I personally think Otasaku's is pretty cool. He can see 6 seconds in the future, but I don't.
Yes,
But I don't know.
That's right. See, this is what happens: is that like as soon as you say something, then I'm like, oh yeah, of course. So yeah, I mean, I do think that that's a cool power.
Why wasn't Otasaku a millionaire? Seriously, you could have gone to Vegas, cleaned up in one day, and then never had to deal with crime again. Like.
That is an epic power. Seriously, yes. You go to the roulette table. It's red or black. What are you gonna do? I can see 6 seconds into the future. Done.
Amazing.
I changed my mind. I want that power.
Everyone wants Otasaku's power. I love it. All right, final question. Kind of a silly one. Let's take Bungo Stray Dogs and recast everyone as Muppets. Which character are you leaving as not a Muppet while they are surrounded by Muppets?
I think it would be the funniest thing if Kunikita was the only human and everyone else was a Muppet. I cannot possibly imagine like the stress that man would go through. I would watch hours. I would watch hours of Kunikita suffering with Muppets.
But isn't that like not too different from how he lives now anyway?
I was going to say, I think Akutagawa probably looks at everyone as Muppets anyway.
Right.
Now, if Akutagawa were a Muppet, I think he would probably be the Count.
I love it. What about you?
Akutagawa. I think that Akutagawa.
But I think it's a tie because my choice was Kunikita as well.
go.
Because you take the really serious characters and it's just complete chaos. And
Yes, complete havoc.
And Akutagawa's serious too, so it would be an absolute nightmare. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk with us. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll talk to you later.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one.